Now on BBC News, the latest business news from across the globe. Business Today.
The US economy steams forward. We'll explore what pressures that puts on the Fed and the presidential race. Donald Trump's former communications director, Anthony Scaramucci, throws his weight behind Kamala Harris and explains his thinking to the BBC.
The former president is very transactional. He says he's for one thing today. He could very well be for another thing tomorrow.
And we'll explore why a crackdown in China is hurting big European luxury goods firms. Plus, with global and political instability, it's a hot market for defence contractors. Lockheed Martin reflects on the demands of 2024. Plus, also in the show, as Paris gears up for the Olympic Games, we explore why tourism is tailing off sharply. We're going to start in the US because the economy is growing according to latest figures. We've had the latest read to show that it's better than expectations. And also, we're seeing that this might impact the Federal Reserve's decision when they meet next month to decide on interest rates. Well, earlier on, I spoke to a guest on the economy, and he told me why the economy is steaming forward in the US. The boss of Lockheed Martin there, speaking to the BBC's Theo Leggett around the world and across the UK. This is BBC News. China's economic slowdown and a crackdown by Beijing on displays of wealth are taking a toll on some of the world's top luxury brands. LVMH says its sales in Asia, which include China but not Japan, fell by 14% in the 3 months to the end of June. And Swatch Group, the Swiss watchmaker which owns Omega, said weak demand in China pushed down its sales by over 14% in the first half of the year. Dr. Stéphane Giraud is Professor of Strategy and Organisational Innovation at the IMD in Lausanne. He outlined what's driving the fall in demand for luxury goods. Chloe Parkins there on the sort of dramatic reduction in footfall that hotels in Paris is seeing, despite it being one of the most visited cities in the world. Let's have a look at the financial markets before we go. And these are the Asian markets at the moment. A bit of a mixed bag there, but certainly recovering from yesterday's lows. The Thursday sell-off saw some of the indexes in the region hitting their lowest levels in months, actually. The yen will also be closely watched after it strengthened sharply against the dollar in the past week. The currency's currently trading there $1 to 153.7. Let's quickly have a look at European markets ahead of opening. Those are the US indexes, which also ended sort of roughly flat with the Dow, Nasdaq and the S&P. But European markets are heading for a mixed open Friday as a global stock sell-off eases, and also investors await US inflation data as well. The pan-European stocks closed a little bit lower as well. Well, stay with us here on BBC News.